Hello friends, welcome to today's lecture Shear Force and Bending Moment. Myself Mr. Y. S. Patil, Department of Civil Engineering, Sharad Institute of Technology, College of Engineering, Yadrao. In this lecture, we draw SFD and BMD for a overhang beam and subjected to UDL, point load and one couple. So before starting the problem, first of all, we want to calculate reactions, that is RB and RE. So first calculate reactions. First, summation Fy is equal to 0, upward force is equal to downward forces. So in this beam, the total number of upward forces is 2, that is RB and RE, and number of downward forces is UDL for span AB, then for span C to E and 6 kilonewton. So first RB plus RE is equal to this is upward force, plot on the left side of this left side. Then downward force is 3 into 4, that is first. Then second is a 3 into span is C to E is a 8, that is this one, and next is a 6. In this is equal to 42. In this equation, we just consider only vertical forces, upward or downward. So there is no need to consider this 24 kilonewton meter moment. Then next, summation M is equal to 0, taking moment about B point. So with respect to B, RB will be 0 because the line of action of RB is coincide with the point B. So there is no moment for RB. Then this UDL between A to B is anti-clockwise. Then this UDL with in between C to E is a clockwise. Then RE anti-clockwise and 6 kilonewton clockwise. And one more moment is available, that is 24 kilonewton meter, and that moment direction is anti-clockwise. So let us see taking moment about point B. First, this is this moment for this UDL, that is intensity of the UDL is 3 into length of UDL is 8, and where it is act, first of all act this half of this CE length, that is 8 by 2, but we are taking moment about point B, so we need to add this BC distance. So that's why 8 by 2 plus 2. Then next, 6 kilonewton moment is clockwise, plus 6 into from B to F distance, that is 4 plus 2, that is 14. This is the clockwise moment. Then next one, anti-clockwise moment. A to B, this UDL, due to this UDL with respect to B, the moment will be anti-clockwise. First of all, intensity of the UDL, that is 3 into length of UDL is 4, and where it is at, half of this AB. So this is 4 by 2. Then next, RE into 10, that is 4 plus 4 plus 2, that is RE into 10. And one more is moment is there available in the beam. So that is 24 kilonewton, and the moment is anti-clockwise. If moment is there, you directly add clockwise moment or anti-clockwise moment. This is the anti-clockwise moment, so directly add on this point in this side, that is plus 24. So in this equation, unknown term is only RE. So by solving this equation, we got RE is equal to 18 kilonewton. Put up this RE is equal to 18 kilonewton in this equation. RB plus RE is equal to 42. So RB is a 42 minus that 18. So RB is equal to 24 kilonewton. Basically, once again I repeat, whenever the moment is available on the beam, you directly add whatever the clockwise moment. If the clockwise moment, add on the clockwise moment side. If anti-clockwise moment, add on the anti-clockwise moment side. Then next, SFD. Draw SFD. When you calculate SFD, ignore this moment. You just assume a overhanging beam having A to B is a UDL, having C to E is a UDL, and at point F is a point load, and due to that these all our external reactions that RB and RE, you just ignore this 24 kilonewton meter. So starting with F point, sign conventions, right side upward force negative, downward force positive. So each point having two shear force value, that is right and left. First, starting with F point, that is mark a section on the right side of F, that is FR. There is no force on the right side of the section, so consider 0. So SF at FR is equal to 0. Then mark a section just left of F and consider right side. So total number of the forces is 1, that is 6 kilonewton, and the direction of the force is downward. So downward force on the right side is plus, so SF at FL is 6 kilonewton. Then next, mark a section at point E on just right side and consider right side of the section. So total number of the forces on the right side of the section is 1, and that is 6 kilonewton in downward direction. So there is no change in ER, that is ER is equal to 6 kilonewton. Then next, you mark a section at point E on just left of E and consider right side of the section. So total number of the forces on the right side of this section is 2 now. First one is a 6 kilonewton and second one is a RE, and value of the RE is already known, 18 kilonewton. So downward force positive, upward force negative, then 6 plus means plus 6 minus 18. So SF at EL is equal to minus 12 kilonewton. Then next, ignore this D point because we are not considering this 24 kilonewton moment for calculation of the shear force, because the shear force is only related with the vertical forces or horizontal forces, whatever so, but it deals only forces, not for moment. So directly go to CR, means mark a section on the just right of C and consider right side of the section. So total number of forces is now 3. That is, first one is a 6 kilonewton, second one is RE, and third one is a UDL in between C to E. So 6 minus 18 already same as per EL, plus add this moment, add this UDL for C to E, that is 3 into 8. So SF at CR is equal to 12 kilonewton. Then CL. The CR and CL same because at point C there is a no load. So that's why CR and CL value same. Whatever the number of forces on the CL is same as good as that CR. So value of CL is 12 kilonewton. Then next, mark a section at point B on just right side and consider right side of this section. So total number of forces once again 3, that is 6, 18 and UDL. So SF at BR is equal to plus 12 kilonewton. Then next, mark a section on left side of B and consider right side of the section. So total number of forces now 1, 2, 3, and now add one more RB, that is fourth force. So once again write, that is downward force positive 6, upward force that is minus 18, plus 3 into 8 downward UDL, minus 24 kilonewton reaction RB. So solving this equation, we got SF at BL is equal to minus 12 kilonewton. Then next, move towards point A, mark a section on the just right of A and consider right side. Now number of forces on the right side of the section is now 5. That is, first one is a 6 kilonewton RE, UDL, RB, and one more UDL is in between A to B. So 6 minus 18 plus 3 into 8 plus 3 into 4 minus 24. So solving this equation, we got answer SF at AR is equal to 0. And consider AL, mark a section on the left side of A and assume all forces. So once again it become 0. Means we start with 0, end with 0. This is the simple way to identify our calculations is right or wrong. So everyone or in every problem we should understand the starting point and end point is 0. So by considering these values, draw SFD. So at FR 0, FL 6, ER 6 plus EL 12, means plot 12 from this baseline, and that minus sign indicates bottom of the baseline. So minus 12, then CR is plus 12. So C point is there. So plus 12 means plot upper side of the section. Then BR and BR is 12 plus and BL is minus 12, and AR and AL is a 0. So join all coordinates by using straight line, horizontal straight line or inclined straight line. See here, in between E to F there is no load, so SFD is a horizontal straight line. In between C to E there is a UDL, so SF diagram will change horizontal inclined straight line, that is linear direction. In between B to C there is a no load, so horizontal straight line. And in between A to B there is a UDL, so it change inclined straight line. So this is the SFD for given B. Then next, draw BMD. So first of all, bending moment at A and F will be 0. Bending moment at A and F will be 0 because free end. At the free end, bending moment will be 0. Then next, I want to calculate bending moment at E. So mark a section at point E and consider minimum number of forces side. Means at E right side number of forces is only 6 kilonewton, and left side number of forces is UDL first, that is A to B, RB, and this UDL and this moment. So I will consider right side of this section. Direction of the moment with respect to E is clockwise, and right side clockwise moment is negative. So minus 6, this is the force, into perpendicular distance is 4, that is minus 6 into 4, that is minus 24 kilonewton meter. Then next, bending moment at point B. Bending moment at point B. So bending moment at point B, consider, means due to this section the beam is split up into two parts, that is right side and left side. On the right side number of forces is UDL, moment and reaction, and this 6 kilonewton, and on the left side there is only one UDL, that is AB, length of AB. So bending moment at B is equal to, direction of the moment is with respect to B is anti-clockwise, and left side anti-clockwise is minus. So minus 3 is the intensity of the UDL into 4, that is length of UDL, and where it is at half of this length, that is 4 by 2. So answer will be minus 24 kilonewton meter. So next, I want to calculate bending moment at D, because at D point there is a moment acted on the actual beam. So whenever the moment is acted on the beam, you should calculate two values. You should calculate two values for the particular beam, particular point. That is, for D point, I want to calculate dr and dl, bending moment at dr and bending moment at dl. Once again I repeat, whenever the moment acted on the beam, at that moment point you should calculate two bending moment values. that is right and left. So first of all, I can consider dr. So mark a section at point D and consider right side. So number of forces on the right side is UDL, reaction, and this 6 kilonewton. Ignore this moment, just only consider forces. So first of all, direction of the movement for this 6 kilonewton is clockwise. Then direction of the movement for this 18 kilonewton is anti-clockwise. So anti-clockwise movement is positive, clockwise movement is negative. Then for this UDL is clockwise, so clockwise movement is negative. So start, that is minus 6 from D, the distance is 4 plus 4, 8, that is minus 6 into 8. Then next at point E, RE is 18, direction of movement is positive, so plus 18 into distance 4. Then next UDL, so length of the intensity of the UDL is 3 into length of UDL is 4, and where it is at 4 by 2 is equal to, is equal to 0, is equal to 0. Then next consider left side of section. So left side of section, number of forces is this UDL, AB UDL, RB reaction, and CD part UDL. So start with direction of the movement for this 3 kilonewton UDL is anti-clockwise, left side anti-clockwise minus, RB with respect to D is clockwise, so it will be plus, and this CD UDL anti-clockwise, so it will be minus. So first for this UDL, minus into 3, it is the intensity of the UDL, into length of UDL is 4, where it is at half of this length, that is 4 by 2, but we want to taking moment about point D, so we want to add this BD distance, we want to add this BD distance. So first of all 4 by 2, that is 2, plus 4 plus 2, that is 6, that is, this is the distance. Now this is the force and this is the distance, 4 by 2 plus 6. Then next moment for RB. So RB is a 24 into distance from B to D is a 6, that is 24 into 6. Then next at point C2D there is a UDL. So direction of the movement for this UDL is anti-clockwise. So minus 3 intensity of the UDL into length of UDL 4, and where it is at, that is 4 by 2. So simplifying these all calculations, so answer will be 24. So draw BMD by using these all BM values. So first bending moment at A and F will be 0. So this is the 0, this is the 0. Bending moment at E is equal to minus 24. Minus means you should draw below the baseline. So minus 24 means that is a 24. You not need to write minus 24. You just write 24 and plot bottom side of the baseline. Then bending moment at B is also minus 24. So 24 and you should draw bottom side. Then next bending moment at DR is 0, means at point D there is a 0 coordinate. Then DL is 24, that is positive, so you should draw upside. Now you want to draw BMD. So in between F to E, there is a no load. So BM diagram is inclined straight line. Just start with F and end at point E, that is 24. Then next D to E there is a UDL and DR value is 0. So this is the 0 value, and DE is at span DE having UDL. So you should draw a parabolic curve. You should draw a parabolic curve. Okay, then next at point DL, at point DL, the answer is 24 kilonewton. So already we plot the or already marked the point, and at point D there is a moment. So at where is the acting moment on the beam, the BM diagram change vertically. The BM diagram change vertically, and that is vertical straight line. Then next at point B, and bending moment value is minus 24. So this is the 24 minus bottom of this baseline. So join this, and this is the C point. This is I am taking projection in between C to D. In between C to D, there is a UDL. So you should draw by using straight line. Sorry, by using parabolic curve. Okay, from C point to D point you should draw parabolic curve, and from point B to C there is no load, so you should draw horizontal straight line. Means I use different color for this. So this is the first one, is a C to D is a parabolic, and from B to C this is a straight line. Then next A to B, at BM at A is already mentioned 0, and A to B is having UDL, so you should draw a parabolic curve. So once again I repeat, in between E to F there is no load, so it will be horizontal, sorry, inclined straight line. In between D to E UDL, so it is a parabolic curve. In between C to D once again is a UDL, so it is also parabolic curve. In between B to C there is no load, so it will be horizontal straight line. In between A to B there is a UDL, so it will be parabolic curve. Now the BM diagram cuts with its baseline. So this is the new point, G point. Okay, so we calculate distance, x distance. So mark a section, or at bending moment at G is equal to 0, because the line of this is the line cut with that BM diagram line is cut with the baseline. So bending moment at G is equal to 0. So first 24 into x, that is RB into x, direction of the moment is positive, minus 3 into 4, that is this is the UDL, 3 is the intensity into 4 is a span of that length of the UDL, where it is act half of this 4 meter. So 4 by 2 plus add this x. So x plus 4 by 2. By simplifying this equation we got, sorry, this is a 2 meter, this is not a, by simplifying this equation, that 24x minus 12x minus 24. So 24x minus 12x, that is 12x, and minus 24 on this side. When you are going this side there is a plus 24. So 24 divided by 12, that is 2 meter. So this is the 2 meter from point B. This is the solution for a beam subjected to moment and UDL. Thank you.